Sobat Katolik Rock dimanapun Anda berada, semoga tetap sehat, berlimpah berkat ceria. Jumpa lagi bersama kita di Katolik Rock. Kita punya tamu spesial, amat sangat spesial di sini. Ada dua.
Iya.
Yang pertama tentu bukan Mas Hendri, karena kita sering lihat. It's not him, but it's him. But it's him and him. Ya, di sini ada dua pastor, dua-duanya tentara, dua-duanya kolonel, dua-duanya abdi Tuhan, dan dua-duanya ada di sini dalam satu scene yang sama. Gak ada di tempat lain. Cari aja YouTube Katolik yang ada dua pastor, gak ada, cuma ada di sini. Nah, ini ada Romo Yote dan Father Silas. Father Silas ini jauh dari South Africa, dari Afrika Selatan, beda benua. Tapi beliau sedang berkunjung ke sini dan kita punya kesempatan. Father, it's very good to have you here in Catholic Rock. I just say hello to all audience, to all the subscribers, the viewers, and maybe you would like, before we ask you further, what is the bonding relation between you and Father Yote? Maybe you can.
Father Yos.
Father Yos.
He called me Father Yos.
Father Yos, yes.
Tapi biasanya my nickname is Father Yote.
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 Yote is
So Father Yos and Yote, it's the same person. don't think that's
Yote.
Yeah, it's a different person. Okay, so
we usually using call him Father Yote. Not
Yeah.
Father Yos.
Yote.
Father Yote.
No, from now I'll call him Father Yote.
okay. Yeah, maybe before we talk further, maybe if you don't mind, just have a short introduction about yourself, like where you from, you in what parish in South Africa, and where you here, please.
My name is Silas. That's
Silas. Father
of
Silas.
course some people they call Silas,
Julius.
Serious.
but I was given this name by my mother. She gave me a biblical name,
Okay.
Silas. So and I'm using the only one name, Silas.
Father Silas.
So, their name is Rangwaga,
That's a family name.
family name. And so I was born in Pretoria,
Pretoria in South Africa. Yeah.
in South Africa, yes, capital city. They
Capital.
call it the Jacaranda City because of Jacarandas.
Okay.
Yeah, so they call it Jacaranda City, the city of many Jacaranda trees.
Oh, that's the reason. Yeah.
Yes. Then I was ordained a priest in 1992,
Oh, ditabisin tahun 90. Okay.
and then I worked in a rural small parish. And of course, after 2-3 years, I was transferred to another bigger parish.
Okay.
And there was a request, from the Catholic to the Catholics from the military side.
Okay.
By that time, we didn't have military chaplain from the Catholics.
Okay.
So the bishop approached me if I would be interested to be a military chaplain. So yes, I was excited because I was still young and willing, young and willing, active.
So that's not an offer. It's you've been appointed by the bishop, like you do the
Military.
military.
Yeah.
Nice.
The bishop asked me, and then by that time I was in a parish as a chaplain for the Catholic high school, and also involved with the youth at the time. Then, as young as I was, then I said, maybe it's a good challenge, to be in the military. That's it. So I joined in 1997.
And you can tell how many ordinarius castrensis in Africa continent. How many?
As a continent in Africa, in terms of the military, ordinary.
Yeah, ordinary.
So we have South Africa is too different from others. There are about four for military ordinary. Ours is totally different because the bishop is a bishop of the diocese and also at the same time a military ordinary. Unlike other dioceses, the diocese is only meant for military only.
Okay.
So the bishop specifically is the bishop for military, but ours totally different. The bishop is responsible for the diocese, but
Okay.
also look after the military.
And how many in the Africa?
Is it four?
Four? One,
One is
Kenya.
Kenya,
two,
Gambia,
Gambia,
Nigeria,
Nigeria, and
and
four,
Cote d'Ivoire, which is Ivory Coast.
Ivory Coast.
Ivory Coast.
Pantai Gading ya.
Pantai Gading.
Pantai
ya.
Gading.
Pantai Gading.
Dan iya, jadi tadi
You asked me about how did I meet Father.
baru mau ditanya guys, udah ngerti. No, I said to them, I said, I'm just about asking about that exactly the bonding, how
we
you,
met,
first
Father.
time you met Father, and suddenly gila guys, ini bisa indigo.
How about
Yeah, relationship. How we
Relationship
met.
between-
Now in 2019.
Yeah, okay.
2019.
2019?
How I went to the Vatican. It was the course for the military bishops. For me, it was the third military course organized by the Vatican.
Okay.
So the bishop was invited.
All around the world.
The bishop, military bishops.
Okay.
Over the world. So my bishop approached me again in 2019 if I would attend on his behalf the course which
Humanitarian Law
law
Conference
in
in Rome,
France.
Vatican City.
So then it happens that we stayed in the same accommodation.
Oh, roommate.
So it was myself from South Africa, Bishop of Kenya,
and Coast, Ivory
Ivory Coast, and South Korea.
South Korea.
South Korea. So we stay in the same accommodation. But of course, now going to meet the Pope, I was sitting next to Father. Then we take pictures. We start taking pictures at the Vatican, at the Clementine Hall, one of the beautiful rooms in Rome where the Pope meets the diplomats. That's why.
Yeah.
Then we started talking about our experiences.
Yeah.
Being a priest like me, it's not a bishop. I'm not a bishop, but we are amongst those bishops and the cardinals, and so it was good experience. And then we start to chat and talk about where are you coming from.
I think you're very close with Father Jos because you flight cross
Long
the
way.
continent to the Jakarta to meet the Father Jos. I think it's very close you between America.
Yeah.
What the same, maybe same hobby or something like that. You can more bonding with Father Jos.
Well, yeah, maybe Father can say.
Ya,
Maybe from your side first and other from the Father Jos.
saya pakai bahasa Indonesia saja supaya gampang. Jadi, oke, Father, please.
Now, you know, maybe the personality is quite like me. I'm a quiet person. We started talking, but
So it's not about the same military background. Or when you talk, oh suddenly you are military too. Then
Ya,
that's the bonding start.
sebetulnya kita punya satu bonding ya, satu kesamaan. We have a same bonding, yaitu kita sama-sama pastor militer, dan saya itu kan juga sedang mencari pola ya, karena di masing-masing negara itu pastor militer rupanya punya beda-beda karakter, beda situasi di dalam lapangan pelayanan tugas, gitu ya. Seperti Father Silas ini, dia tidak memiliki uskup militer.
Berbeda rumahnya
Berbeda. Sedangkan di Indonesia ada uskup militer. Di Indonesia pun sebetulnya hanya satu dari 3 bagian di negara Asia. Selain Korea Selatan yang satu tempat tinggal dengan kita juga di dalam pertemuan tahun 2019 itu juga ada Filipina. Nah, kita lihat juga bahwa berbeda masing-masing pola penanganan dan pelayanannya. Nah, justru disitulah sebetulnya diskusi kita menjadi lebih hangat, apalagi kita kan jadi negara yang bukan negara pertama atau kedua yang kita sebut dengan negara dunia ketiga begitu ya. Sehingga ya tetap ada suasana yang berbeda karena begitu kita melaksanakan audiensi dengan Bapak Paus with the Pope ya, Itu di depan itu para atas pertahanan dari negara-negara NATO ya, yang ikut dari Organisasi Castrensis. Jadi mau kita sebetulnya di situ urusannya pastoral.
Oh, oke.
Tapi ya tetap lalu ada suasana-suasana yang tetap ya mereka ingin tahu pandangan Bapak Paus ya tentang hal-hal yang berkenaan dengan kehidupan militer yang sangat diperlukan oleh masing-masing negara itu. Maka memang lebih kompleks ya, kompleksitasnya lebih terasa. Tapi sebenarnya di luar itu sama seperti kehadiran Father Silas di Indonesia, dia melihat bahwa suasana harmoni kebersamaan di dalam perbedaan yang ia juga lihat pada bangunan-bangunan sejarah kita seperti Candi Prambanan, Candi Borobudur, dan juga Gereja Ganjuran.
Oh,
Dia
you
sangat-
visit Yogyakarta ya?
Yes.
Ya,
Oh,
itulah yang sebetulnya menjadi topik di mana kita menjadi bonded ya. Kita menjadi saling bertukar pandangan. Mengingat Father Silas juga memiliki tugas pelayanan yang khas di Afrika Selatan. Ya, itu yang membuat sebetulnya perjumpaan kita itu menjadi perjumpaan yang selalu ingin kita wujudkan. Apalagi Father Silas juga dia punya suatu gambaran ya, bagaimana juga melayani umat di Afrika Selatan yang terdiri dari bermacam-macam agama ya, interreligious ya. Jadi ini yang juga menjadi bagian dari perjuangan Father Silas untuk memahami ya, sekaligus juga lalu bisa visiting to Indonesia ya, tapi sekaligus sambil menyelam minum air dia juga bisa melihat ya suasana batin. Dan tadi juga di dalam Ekaristi twice ya, dia 2 kali melaksanakan Ekaristi bersama dengan saya. Dia sangat menikmati ya, is very enjoy dan terkesan dengan
Paroki Halim, bro.
ya, dengan partisipasi umat ya, dengan kebersamaan di dalam suatu ungkapan iman dalam gereja yang amat dirasakan dari kurnya, dari tanggapan responsori umat, dari suasana selama misa yang dia melihat betul-betul bahwa umat di Indonesia itu demikian luar biasa. Apalagi di tempat parokinya Romo Silas, Father Silas ini not so many ya, like Indonesian people ya. Jadi kaget, di sini cukup banyak ya, dan pelayanan-pelayanan yang diberikan itu sangat beragam, karena selain misa lalu juga ada pertemuan-pertemuan umat ya, lalu juga ada pelayanan untuk bina iman katekis anak-anak kecil, lalu ada UMKM, ini juga ada orang yang ya jualan di depan, tetapi dalam rangka sebetulnya saya mengatakan kepada Father Silas, ini adalah cara bagaimana kita menghidupkan resilience ya, ketahanan pangan atau ketahanan ekonomi umat yang kita bisa dari kita dan untuk kita ya bisa kita hidupi di paroki kita. Termasuk juga ada credit union ya, lalu saya juga melihat bahwa inilah kegiatan-kegiatan kita. Sementara tadi ada juga persiapan komuni pertama gitu. Kemarin pun sebetulnya saya ajak untuk bisa melihat bagaimana gereja ini mengkader para dewasa untuk bisa menjadi evangelis ya, dalam kursus evangelisasi pribadi dan kursus evangelisasi paroki kita ya, sekolah evangelisasi ini. Dan dia sangat terkesima juga ya, ini tidak sedikit ya, 46 orang bisa didampingi dan juga melaksanakan kegiatan macam ini. So Father Silas juga merasa sangat beruntung untuk bisa ini, apalagi juga karena ini kan perjumpaan sahabat ya, ya friendly, perjumpaan yang sangat dekat ya, sehingga saya juga mengajak kakak saya, adik saya, dan juga saudara saya untuk menemani Father Silas ya. with our family ya, dan we pray together, stay together ya. Dalam perjalanan kemarin waktu ke Yogyakarta, ke Jawa Tengah gitu ya. Jadi ini menjadi suatu kesempatan juga dia melihat bagaimana kehidupan imam yang didampingi juga oleh keluarga untuk bisa memberikan perkuatan di dalam pelayanan misionaris domestik sebagai bagian dari pelayanan umat Katolik di lingkungan TNI dan Polri.
Pada talking about a little about the Catholicism in South Africa.
South Africa.
Can you tell us for our viewers how the Catholicism life in South Africa?
Catholic life in South Africa. It's
About the people.
It's not so growing because there are too many Christian denominations. But the life, but it's very active. The youth is all active, and that we try to be like everywhere where our people are. You know, like that's why I've been again being myself in the military because we want to serve, you know, the Catholics wherever they are. So hence I am also a chaplain to the military. But yes, it's exciting. We are excited about being Catholics and you know, living our Catholic values. So it is. But in terms of now the priest, we still have shortage of priests. We still have shortage of priests. We still get priests from other countries around the missionary. Yeah. So though not Europe, but from Africa. The other priests that are coming from just cross the borders. But yes, it's viable and alive. I want to say something maybe about, you were asking me how also I got to come here as well.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly, yeah.
I've been waiting for that.
About my parish as well. We're waiting for it. At where I am presently is in the center, which is we have the only one Catholic military parish.
No, only
South
one.
Africa. Yeah.
In the whole South Africa.
In the whole South Africa.
Okay,
It's where I am.
this is interesting.
Present,
Okay.
Originally, I was appointed to that parish 1997. Then I was sent to Cape Town, which is about 1,500 kilometers away. So and then I stayed outside for almost 15 years outside of the Diocese of Pretoria. Then I was sent back to Pretoria to the same parish. 2016. Now in this parish now is where I also have Indonesian sisters.
Oh,
They're part of my parish. Now when I spoke to them, sharing about where they come from and what, and then I was only to find that they are from Indonesia. And I said, I've got a friend in Indonesia, Father Joseph, and I showed them the picture. Only to find that they know Father Joseph. They say no. Then I said, I'm thinking of visiting him. They said, no, go for it, Father. Go and visit the country. That's why I'm here.
oh, which congregation or
Diocese?
the sister?
Oh, the sister. SS. No, PBHK.
Yes.
PBHK.
Oh, Bunda Hati.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bunda Hati.
Oh,
Yeah, that's how we are. And then they say, and then I start saying, let's maybe check if I could visit Father, if he's available in May. And I said, but I asked about the weather. I said, I don't want to visit any place whereby it's cold, especially in May, because in South Africa it's cold now.
Oh,
It's winter now. So I said, I would like to visit a place where it's hot.
but in here it's very hot.
But then I contacted Father. Then he said, no, please, you're most welcome to visit. Yeah, that's.
Then we can maybe later on we can forward you the link of the YouTube that you give to that sister. Yeah, I've been visiting Indonesia. I've been in Indonesia with Father Yote, and I made a YouTube Here it
I
goes.
do so, because even now I communicate with them via WhatsApp. Yeah, one is here already in Java for a conference. But one is still, is back he's in South Africa. But yeah, I send them messages, show them pictures where I say, "Ooh."
How's this whole Indonesia? You've been in Yogyakarta, visiting many places. How does Indonesia impress you? It's general question. You say bad, good, impression or something. Please.
There's
Feel
one
free.
thing I said
Feel free.
today, the impression, I just feel that the whole country is so patient with each other. The way people they drive, for me, just each one is being given a space. Each one is being respected. No matter whether you drive a vehicle or a cycle, but you are given that space. You are given that respect.
In Jogja. In Jogja.
No,
The whole.
especially the whole country. Yeah, it's like people are patient with each other and they tolerate each other. And that's the way patience and tolerance. I think is the key. And the humility. I've seen the cardinal here, humble. I saw chief of in the military chiefs. They are so humble as well. Yeah, it's just you feel the sense of each one being respected and each one being given a space and being patient with everyone. That's my general impression.
Thank you.
Yeah, I got struck by you because I'm thinking like when you mention about the humble things.
Yeah.
So I'm start thinking now, is it Catholic Rock as a YouTube channel? It's humble or no? Because our symbol goes like this right in the air. If it's humble, goes like this. Right? So I'm thinking now, should I change this one or I say this something?
No, you shouldn't change it.
Okay.
You know why? Because it shows that you are firm in your values of life.
Hey.
One of the values is what? Humility and patience and tolerance. So it's good.
Catholic Rock was born in here.
In this
It's
place.
one of the idea of Father Jos. Father Jos or Father Jote?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of his idea. Like he gathered us last time, and then we are here and we have you now. If I can drive you back to South Africa, like I'm not trying to compare with the Paris situation in Indonesia, but just wondering how crowd, because I've been in United States 2011 up to 2014. Then very often I join the Sunday Holy Mass. It's quiet. It's quiet. Old people, no young people. Once a year for, let's say, Easter or Christmas, of course, young people join in, but the rest it's quiet for old people. Just wondering, what is the situation in the South Africa, maybe specifically in Pretoria, your city? Like, are they crowd in the Holy Mass or daily Mass? What is the situation? Maybe you can share with us.
It depends from one parish to another. In other parishes, you still get the old people coming to church. Other parishes, you have young people because of the type of music. Maybe some young people, they associate more with this, and charismatic more.
Okay, like beats
The
with the
music,
beat,
yes,
the
yeah.
drums. Yeah.
So whereas in other parishes, the music is still traditional music. So the young people don't feel comfortable. In South Africa, they like to go, vibe, they say vibe. So now comparing to here, I see here I think the balanced music, my experience, it's lovely. I enjoy it. But of course, as I say, depend on the individual.
Okay.
But yes, young people in other parishes, they are because of the music.
Oh.
Yeah, because they bring more also charismatic type of music. And they also, now they're bringing the instruments. Because now a different African instrument, the church. So the young people now, they can relate to that.
So it's is it so caused like because of the music instrument or typical of music? Like, if I mean, it's just a silly question to you. If one of the parents enhance the music with the progressive things, not the Gregorian
Yeah.
music, and suddenly it became crowd or something, or because you can explicitly say it because of the music.